We have clients that spend more than 1.5 million, and one of the best format they have is the stream interview that we do. In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to shoot it, how to edit it, how to get the idea, what must be the role, how to do it, how to get results, and how not to suck, because there are a lot of ways to fuck this up. The reason I know this is because I have an ad agency. We work on a lot of different accounts. We do ad creatives mainly, and we do ad creatives that are a little more complex than other agency do or your internal team do. A lot of these formats work really well, and they don't work for all the ad accounts. Maybe in this video we're gonna see a little bit that as well. Yeah, let's go over it. So the first thing is authenticity. Okay, so you want this ad to be authentic. This is a type of ad that doesn't look like an ad, look really organic. And so to have this feeling and to lower the defense mechanism of your audience, where they just, of course, they don't want to get sold, they just care about their problems and their stuff. They also watch this in their Instagram, Facebook, whatever. This need to look real, look organic. And the content that you see organically has specific elements that when I see our clients try to replicate that, or when I see other accounts try to replicate that, they miss. Okay, first of all, what you ask, the first interaction between a stranger that you stop, it need to be real. Okay, you can't, if your target audience is a person that has a specific problem, you can't just ask, hey, can I ask a question? Do you have this specific problem? And they say, yes, actually I do. What are the chances? Okay, how lucky that you found this guy? No, it's impossible. It feels staged, it feels fake. So you have to find a way to say that, right? So let me give you an example. You have, let's pretend you are SaaS, okay? And you help whatever marketers that work in a corporate, that have a corporate job, whatever, or marketers in general, right? You can't go to them and say, hey, are you a marketer? What the hell? You find a way to do it. So you ask, excuse me, quick question. Yes? What do you do for a living? Oh, I do marketing for XYZ. Oh, that's cool. Tell me about your biggest problem. Whatever. Like, these are the type of, viral videos that people do. They just ask question and they just want something strong or want to give some value for their audiences or whatever. And these are the type of interaction. The other thing that make this fake is the roles. Okay, so you have the interviewer and you have the person that answers. So you're stopping a stranger and you don't want to force a stranger into buying your product, right? So it's like the brand ambassador, the product ambassador, the solution ambassador is not the one that asks the question. You bump into a person randomly, you ask your question for content, whatever, and they just do the rest, and they will just share their story, and in their story there is a problem, and they tried other solution, they sucked. Okay, there's like a whole agitation. The consequence of this product are that he's gonna die, and he found a solution, and the interviewer is like, oh, okay, oh, so this story is so interesting. Actually, what's the solution? Oh, the solution, actually, it's a funny story because I was looking for benefit A, benefit B, and benefit C, and it's very difficult to find them. And thanks to something that has feature A, feature B, feature C, I could get those benefits, and yeah, and that's amazing. And now I'm the best. And then the interviewer asks, "What's it called? Like, what are you talking about, right?" And then the person introduces the product, right? So the audience is already sold because they explain the story, they explain the problem, they explain the benefit, they explain why this benefit works, the mechanism, whatever. And then after that, after they're already sold, they want to give their money to you, you say, oh, it's called like this, because that's true. Who cares about what's the name of the product? Like, who cares what's the name of the brand? No one. Okay, no one cares about it. unless specific cases where whatever your product category is super hot in high demand and the name of your brand has the product category within the name and it's really easy to explain, whatever. Okay, anyway, don't mention your product because it sounds fake, it sounds like you're selling something. What I would recommend is to not change your winning structure. So you have a winning ad, okay, destructure it into the what we call selling blocks, or whatever, call them as you want, but you have to deconstruct what you're saying in what counts for the audience to buy. The problem, consequences of the problem, aka agitation, the solution, like your product, like the unique mechanism, discrete alternatives, social proof, a testimonial, an authority is speaking well about this product, increasing the perceived value. Like everything you say has a meaning, right? And it increases the chances that the person keep watching the video and wants to buy the product. Those things, whatever is your framework, use it in the street interview. This is an example, okay? The way you shoot it, okay, it's very important. We prefer to shoot it in POV. You don't see two people asking questions and so on. The reason you don't want that, the reason we don't want that, is that we want also creative diversity. We want also to change a little bit. We want this video, like there are a lot of different reasons why we want that, but you want to have a video that is engaging, right? So if you have a static shot, even if there is editing and you zoom in, zoom out, it's less engaging than a person holding the phone really close to the one that is speaking, and it feels way more organic. I don't know why. We just watched the hook rate, the hold rate. It's just better. That's how we shoot it. And then there are all these other little mini reasons that also matters and adds up. You don't want to have the same interviewer in the camera every time. I'll show you what I mean. Like you don't want this, have him in the frame every single time for all the ads, even if there are a lot of different interviewers. You just want to switch face. You just want to switch the ground. Execution. Execution is super important. So POV style, as we just say, the interviewee shouldn't be staring into the camera. That's awkward. You need to watch the little details that make things work and that make things work organically. I'm not saying that you have to. You're probably a founder or you're probably a C-level executive. You don't have time to watch TikTok from day to night and understand all the details, but the details matter. And that's why we productize, our formats and our frameworks, and we understand what works, and we really specialize and narrow it down to how to shoot them, how to edit them, how to do them. Because if you add all these elements, you will have like insanely better results. You have better results. That's it. Okay. Keep the first 50 seconds raw. Here's a pragmatic advice. Don't put B-rolls of your product or, other B-rolls right at the beginning. You need to feel authentic. You need to have a little bit movement, just a person holding his phone and just moving towards the stranger while saying the line, excuse me, can I ask you a question? And so this way it feels organic. If you start to throw a lot of shit at it, a lot of B-rolls in the first 5, 10, 15 seconds, people will realize that this is staged. This is there is a little bit of production, post-production, and it's not made just by a man in his spare free time. So yeah, you will raise unconsciously their shields against advertising. Okay, this is what we wrote like for you. Okay, like for us, we script everything and everything is completely like dictator because we need our clients to say, yes, that's fine. That's what I saw, in the briefing, and that's what I got after. Good. We don't want to reshoot stuff for you. But if you want to be a little more loose and try this out, you can also don't script all the responses and to see what's happening organically, especially if you're going for a style that is a little bit more free. If you're going a little more freestyle, it works. It can work, especially here we are making something that doesn't look like an ad. So do it this way, try it. We just work with actors and everything is scripted. Okay, here's a terrible example. You can download this. I'm sure that we are sharing like free value somewhere. So you can definitely benefit from this. Let's go over an example of shot in POV. As you can see, it's very engaging, and this girl is watching, behind the camera, the person that is holding the phone, which is really cool. I highly believe in authority. It depends, of course, on a lot of stuff on your specific case, but in general, on average, you want to have some authority inside it. And what I mean by that is that you're interviewing a random stranger. Every one of us is an authority for something. And it's highly probable that you can just, if you do a correct script, an organic script, a clever script, it's okay that you stop a random person and he tells you his life and he has a job and his job makes him an authority. Okay. I'm a vet. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a marketer. That's what I would suggest. So whenever you interview someone, that someone is an expert, is an authority. This gives even more credibility. It's way better than just a random person that is just sharing his idea. Who would you trust? Would you trust a doctor, or would you trust someone that has nothing to do with your product, right? And then you have to understand, of course, who is the authority within your industry. Whatever you're selling, there's someone that is an authority. If you don't know, you have no idea, go with someone that is older in general for everything, unless you have like a Gen Z product. But in general, you can go with an older person. I hope you liked this video. If you need ads, if you don't have a big internal team, be aware that ads might be the one thing that can unlock your growth. I truly believe it, because if you see our case studies, like these things happen, okay? We just do awesome creatives and meta things. Fuck it. Let's just skyrocket this to the moon. So it can definitely happen. It doesn't happen always. But if you feel like you don't have like a strong internal team, you want to pump up more creatives, and you're not doing, for example, video creatives, or you're doing it very bad using AI, and you're spreading thin across all the activities that you have to do because you're a busy founder, click the link and I'll see you there.